welcome back to my YouTube channel, Old School Gunner. How you all getting on out there? I hope you're having a nice day so far. Weekend coming up, guys. Happy days. I just want to thank everybody for your continued support on my channel, for all your likes, your subscribes and your comments. I really appreciate it. Thank you once again to everybody. Well, guys, the day is finally here. The big match, as I like to call it. A real six-pointer for Aston Football Club when you consider that we got that very disappointing draw last time out at home to Crystal Palace. A result that I said should have been a springboard coming into this game. We could get a couple of points out of that game. We could take the win constructively and then move on to this game with confidence. Of course, the exact opposite happened. Guys. It was a really lethargic performance, lacking ideas. We were lacking momentum completely in the game. I don't know what's happened to Bukayo Saka. Of course, he got that injury, that bad tackle laid on. But I mean, he hasn't been playing well for Arsenal the last couple of games. He's doing the business for the English national side. But when he comes back to Arsenal, to his club side, he's not doing the business. I don't know what's going on with him. But he's not the only one. For me, the only player that can kind of come away with some bit of credibility, well, two players really, Lacazette and Ramsdale from the last game, and Pepe to a lesser extent, but I don't know. Comment coming in from Joanne Smith. I'm going for 3-1 to Villa. I have no confidence in Arteta. He waves his hands on like a turbine. Yeah, and the thing is as well, Joanne, when Arsenal are playing, it's a good point, yeah, but when Arsenal are playing, I can never remember a game where Mikel Arteta actually turned it around. We were losing 1-0 and we were losing 2-1, and he actually turned the game around, you know, where we got into a winning position. I can never remember that. Maybe you could tell me a time, but I can't remember that. But the game itself, I mean, it was a false dawn what happened against Spurs. They weren't as good as we thought. They were going through a rough spell themselves. Now they've picked up. But that game really was an easier game than the ones we have faced so far. That was the easiest game this season for us. The team didn't play too bad in that game. They had the right attitude, but Spurs were there for the taking. No doubt. After that, of course, we had that lucky draw against Brighton, extremely lucky. And now we've had this draw against Crystal Palace. There's been nothing going on. I mean, we're not scoring enough goals. Why the team sat back after scoring the first goal against Palace? We were 1-up after 8 minutes and things were looking well. Why the team sat back is absolutely beyond me. We should have pushed on for the second goal, for the killer second. That's when Crystal Palace were at the most vulnerable. After that, they grew into the game. Against Spurs, the team only played well for half an hour. And then Spurs came into the game, but we weathered the storm thanks to good defending and thanks to the bravery of Aaron Ramsdale. For me, he's already our player of the season, Ramsdale. I mean, his performances have been incredible. But like I said, incredibly hard game today. You think it's going to be 3-1? I honestly think, yeah, it's going to be a score draw or a Villa win. I think 2-1, yeah. Could even go to 3-1. I think Ollie Watkins is going to batter us. I think Danny Ings is relishing going up against the Arsenal midfield. They know how to play against us. Formation, it's hard to pick, really. I mean, the one against Spurs wasn't too bad, to be honest. I wouldn't play Pepe. Absolutely not. I would have Partey and Lokonga in the midfield. But they need to know that they need to protect the back four. A friend of mine, another YouTuber, he was at the game last Monday at the Emirates. He said that they're actually not defending. They're not protecting the back four. The midfield pairing are not protecting the back four at all. So the two guys can play, yeah. Lokonga and Partey, I like them. I think they're our best options in this game in the midfield. It could be a 4-2-3-1, but like I said, they have to protect the back four. We are the home team, but we need to be careful. Aston Villa are a dangerous team. They're a better team than Palace, in my opinion. With all due respects to Patrick Vieira and Palace, they're a better team than Palace, in my opinion. They are themselves hurting after they lost 3-2 last time out. Villa, of course, were winning 2-0, and they got caught with 3 late goals in the last 10-15 minutes, losing the game 3-2. So they're going to be champing at the bit. They've got something to prove, and I know that they're thinking they can figure out how to play against Arsenal. It's pretty easy. Arteta has to do something to counteract that. He needs to look at the team, the lineup. I would not pay Pepe, like I said, not in a million years. Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? That's a fair point. He would play better. We paid 72 million for that player. For me, he hasn't repaid our faith in him, or he hasn't repaid the price tag. But it's difficult with a manager like Mikel Arteta. He seems to knock the confidence out of the players. And what does Gabriel Martinelli have to do to get a game? I mean, he should play today. Last time out, we took him on with 7 minutes to go. They should take him on with a half an hour to go. I mean, he needs time to get into the game. The pace of the game was ferocious when he came on. He gives him 7 minutes of normal time to do something. I mean, Lacazette showed all his experience to get that goal, to carve out that chance. But it's not going to be as easy as that. Today, it's going to be very, very difficult. Yeah, exactly. Arteta has ruined the team. Tierney is the player he was. Coming from Joanne Smith. Exactly. I agree with you 110%. Tierney as well. For Scotland, he's playing very good. Must be the same with Saka. I mean, the problem is that Mikel Arteta is on the training ground. He's actually giving the players advice. As far as I know, if my memory serves me correctly, Arteta was a nutting player. I mean, he was better at everything than he was at Arsenal. He wasn't even that good a player. He's not a football manager, of course. I mean, all he was doing at Manchester City was making the tea, cleaning the boots. That's all he was doing. Pep was the man that made him successful. Man, and people like Pep Guardiola coming out recently after we lost to Manchester City, praising Mikel Arteta, saying stick with him, he's on the right path. Of course he wants Arteta to stay. It's an easy 3 points for him. 5-0. They absolutely stuffed us. It could have been 10 if they wanted. They sat back. Today's game is going to be a massive, massive challenge. Ollie Watkins, he always does well against Arsenal. Danny Ings, well up for it. And they need to get something out of the game. Like I said, they lost last time out. Surprisingly, 3-2 to Wolves. They took their foot off the gas and they got caught with 3 late goals. So they have a point to prove. They're going to be looking to get the 3 points. People were celebrating the draw against Crystal Palace last time out. Yeah, we got a point and we looked like we were going to lose. But people going completely over the top. I mean, celebrating a draw at home in all due respects to Crystal Palace. With the team we have, with the squad we have. And we needed to win. We went from 13th to 12th and people celebrating it like crazy. This kind of thing has got to end. I don't know what it is with some of the fans, but I think they're actually in love with Mikel Arteta. I think they actually fancy him because they're talking about him in the same breath, the same way you would talk about Arsene Wenger. I mean, that doesn't make any sense. All these Arteta fanboys, guys, you need to wake up. I only care about the football club. I don't care about Arteta's managerial career. I don't care about Edu's career. They're only using Arsenal to further their own careers, and it's to the detriment of the club. All I care about is Arsenal Football Club. I'm not pushed about Arteta, and I'm not pushed about Edu and their careers. I couldn't care less. And I don't trust the process or the project or whatever you like to call it. I only care about the football club. I care about the fans. Simple as. It's just a misfortune knowing that we got Mikel Arteta as our manager. Why, when Patrick Vieira was looking for a club in London, we didn't go after him? He's a former Arsenal player. He's a legend. Mikel Arteta is not a legend in Arsenal Football Club. Why didn't we go after Patrick Vieira? And I'm not just saying this because I've seen how well they've been playing. It's not a knee-jerk reaction. I've thought this for a long time. As soon as I heard him, I thought, another comment there from Joanne Smith, Graham Potter is the man. Fantastic, fantastic coach. Incredible coach. I honestly think if Brighton had another striker, if they had a couple of good forwards, I think they could win the league. I honestly believe that. He's an incredible coach. Nothing but respect for him. But yeah, Mikel Arteta goes from manager of the month for September to this. I need to say, no European football for the first time in 25 years. We're not going to get it this season either. We're not going to have European football. We're not going to qualify. Top 5, no chance. The teams that are out there, no chance. Anyway, guys, I'm going to wrap it up there. Thank you to Joanne Smith for tuning in. I'd rather have an everyday manager that is a bit rough around the edges, that understands the game. Exactly. A real manager. A football manager. Mikel Arteta is not a football manager. Patrick Vieira has surpassed him in a short period of time. At Crystal Palace, he knows what's what. He had more of a managerial role when he was over in New York with New York City FC. You know what I mean? He's just a better all-round coach. He knows football. And he's an Arsenal legend. If anyone deserves a crack at managing Arsenal, it's Patrick Vieira. Not Mikel Arteta. Certainly not Edu. Edu didn't play too bad for Arsenal, but he's not a legend. Not like Vieira. Anyway, that's it. That's my rant over. My prediction, I think Arsenal are going to lose. I think Villa will win. We'd be lucky to get a score draw, guys. And we're not scoring many goals at the moment. And we go back into our shell when we take the lead. It's not going to be good for us. I can't see it going well. Yeah, I like Joanne. Joanne thinks it's going to be 3-1 to Villa. I think Villa are going to win too. Or we scrape a lucky draw. And that's about the size of it, guys. That's what we've come to now. We're a mid-table team. Celebrating moving a place. Last time we went from 13th to 12th with that insipid, heartless, gutless, soulless performance against Crystal Palace. They walked all over us. We were very lucky to get the draw. If it wasn't for Lacazette, it would have been a different story. Anyway, smash the like in this video for me. Comment in the comment section below and let me know your prediction for the game. How you think it's going to go. Let me know what you think. And that's it, guys. Smash the like in the video for me. Subscribe to my channel, Old School Gun, if you haven't already. And turn on the notifications that you get notified every time I upload some content. Thank you to Joanne Smith for joining the live stream. I appreciate it. Enjoy the game, Joanne, and take it easy. Come on, you Gooners.